Hi humans, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited because this is the 25th day of, oh my god, I almost said Vlogmas. Don't get me started on Vlogmas. Of Vlogtober, and today we are going to be doing a story time. If you haven't been following along with Vlogtober, you can head to my videos. There has been content every single day for the entire month. So if you're looking for a good binge, you can check the description below and there's gonna be a playlist there for you to watch away. So I mentioned that today's video is gonna be a story time video. This is the first story time that I've ever done. So get ready, get your popcorn out. I guess we're about to find out if I'm a good storyteller or not. This story brings me back about a month ago when I was in Toronto for Buffer Festival. At Buffer Festival, there's a schedule that's available to the public, and then there's also a schedule that's given to creators that has some additional events and parties that creators that are screening and their +1s are welcome to attend. So while I was there, one of the parties was a party at YouTube Space Toronto. Now, I'm not sure if this was Buffer Festival hosting a party at the YouTube Space. I'm pretty sure it was YouTube Space Toronto saying to Buffer Festival, hey, we know that Buffer Festival is going on. We know that you're gonna have a lot of creators in town. We'd love to host a party one night and have all the creators come down to the YouTube Space. So I think that's what it was. If I'm wrong, sorry Buffer Festival, and thank you for the awesome event, but for this video and for the purpose of this story, I'm gonna thank YouTube Space for that incredible event because I think they're the ones who actually organized it. So yeah, one of the nights after all the screenings and everything's done, we get ready in our hotel and we headed over to YouTube Space Toronto. We hopped in an Uber with, I was with Miss Fender, Elena, hello Steph, Anna Campbell, and who else was there? Mike Ritzy, and not another gay, Chris. So all of us jammed into an Uber and we headed out to YouTube Space Toronto. And I was personally super excited because I had never ever been to a YouTube Space before. So I had heard about them, but there's not one in Vancouver. And I was pretty excited to go, see what it's like, check it out, also have a fun time with the creators that were there. We get out of our Uber, we walk up to YouTube Space Toronto, and we walk in, and first thing they do is ID all of us to make sure that we're on the guest list, which fair enough. I mean, there were some really big names there, so makes sense. They want to make sure that everyone who's coming is actually invited. Yeah, that's the way it was. We get checked off from the guest list, and then they hand every single person who walks in a waiver form. And this is important for later on in the story. And on that waiver form, it said a few things, but most importantly, it said that you were basically signing your rights away to either be filmed or for your likeliness to be used in photos or videos by YouTube Space Toronto or anyone else attending. Basically, we're saying that, hey, I'm walking into a space that has like a zillion cameras and is owned by YouTube, and the whole idea of it is content creation. Everyone there is a creator who creates content. So by you walking in, you understand that it's very likely you're either gonna be in a video or a photo of some sort, and you can't sue or get upset about it. So obviously that's fine by me and everyone else that I'm with, and we head on into YouTube Space. I walk in and I was shocked at how beautifully decorated it was. It was really funky, and if you guys want to take a peek at what it looked like inside, you can head over to my Buffer vlog that I just posted 2 days ago. Not only are you gonna see the YouTube Space, but you're gonna see a lot of creators that you recognize all having a blast for the whole Buffer Festival weekend. So you should totally check it out after you watch this video. That'll also be linked in the description below. We go inside, and not only does it look super cool and it's decorated super awesome, there's a full bar, it was open bar, and there is also a full buffet set up with every option of food you can imagine, including vegan options and vegetarian options and gluten-free options and everything. And it was just really cool because they clearly really thought about who was gonna be there and wanted there to be lots of options for everyone to be able to have an awesome time. So that was really cool. Everyone was super friendly that worked there, including the people greeting us in the door, the people serving food. There were photographers set up in front of the YouTube space. What do you call that? Backdrop thing. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to a red carpet and there's like the branding behind. They had like an indoor red carpet set up with the YouTube space branding and a photographer there to take photos. On top of all that, they also had an MC going on with DJs. They had a karaoke competition that you'll also see going on in the Buffer vlog. Ellen Mills was in it, Hannah Witten was in it. Really cool, you should go check that out. So yeah, anyways, I guess basically all that is me just telling you I was impressed and I was having a really good time. So Elaine and I headed over to the food area after we snapped some pics with some friends. I've never said snapped some pics in my life. I don't know why that just came out. We headed over to the food area, and then after we did that, we decided that we were going to go grab a drink. Usually that's the first thing I do, but Elena was hungry. So we went to the bar. I want to mention that this entire time, not only have I been snapping pics, I've also been vlogging. So I didn't have my actual vlogging camera on me, but I had my trusty iPhone, and I was just pulling the whole horizontal scan action to give you guys some content for the vlog. I didn't really want to bring my camera out, but once I got there, I was like, holy shit, this needs to be on film because it's super cool. And I was definitely not the only one doing it. Keep in mind, once again, I'm gonna remind you that 90% of the people at this party were YouTubers. So you can only imagine how many people are vlogging or taking photos or Instagrams or whatever else. So, you know, I'm doing the whole scan of the food. I'm, you know, saying Elena cheers me, doing the whole thing, the whole vlogger thing. And we walk up to the bar and we're waiting to order a drink. And while we're waiting at the front of the bar, the bartenders are busy serving a couple other guests. And I decide that I'm gonna do a scan of the room. And I've probably done this already 10 times this night. And the reason particularly that I wanted to do a scan is because behind the bar, there was like some super cool signage with YouTube on it. So, you know, I was really trying to show that we're in the YouTube space and get that signage, logo, YouTube action going. So this is me at the bar. Elena's beside me, kind of like behind me here. And here's the bar, there's the signage, and the bartenders are behind. This is me. Slow scan. Now when I get to about here, the bartender behind the... I can't believe this happened. This was the most embarrassing thing ever. The bartender behind the bar, no exaggeration, goes like this. I was in shock. Like, I was scared. I literally am scanning the room, like a dark, dimly lit room. All you're really seeing is like the signage and silhouettes of people. And it's like scanning past the bartender, not focused on her. I'm not like recording her like this. It's not like I'm standing there like, okay, I'm like recording your face. I'm scanning the room in general. And the second she saw my phone up, she flipped. So not only does she do this over her face, she goes, can you request before you videotape me? Like, so mad, like furious, yells it. And this is a loud room. DJ's playing, hundreds of people talking very loudly. Everyone around me turns around to try and see what's happening. Like, I'm so embarrassed and I don't know how to explain or backtrack or like, I don't know. I was in shock. And as you guys know, I'm very rarely caught off guard to the point that I'm speechless. And that's what I was. She goes like this, and literally this was me. Like, I literally feel like a child who has just been like screamed at by the principal, and I don't know what I just did wrong, and I'm so caught off guard, and I'm like, holy shit, like, did I do something terrible? Like, was this embarrassing on my part? Like, is everyone around me gonna think that I'm like, I don't know, like, think something about me, and here I am about to order a drink from this woman? All of it was just so confusing. I was in such shock, and Elena's like watching this whole thing happen and is in such shock too. And both of us, all I could do is I turned to Elena and I was like, what just happened? And she's like, I have no idea. And everyone around me kind of like, I guess, saw what happened and is like kind of like looking at the bartender a little like, okay, what the hell? So then that started making me feel a little bit better, and one girl in particular beside me that had just got their drink turned to me and said like, I don't know what the hell just happened. Like, she just lost it. I have no idea why. Like, we're in a YouTube space. Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. One, I was scanning the room, like a quick scan of the room. No one was being focused on. No one was being like, you probably wouldn't even be able to see her. Like, it was a silhouette. Two, we are in the YouTube space, Toronto. The entire premise of this space is video creation. And three, every single person who walked in that night had to sign a waiver that it was okay for them to be on video or in photos. So here's where I'm confused. Did the staff not have to sign those waivers? Because obviously, if hundreds of people have their cameras out and are scanning the room and vlogging, or, you know, like talking to their camera, and there's people walking behind them, there's a very high chance that all the staff is going to end up at some point in someone's videos or photos. So I'm so confused how someone literally lost it to that level that works in the YouTube space. And all I could think about afterwards, I was saying to Elena, I was like, okay, maybe these are people that like don't regularly work at YouTube space for events, and they're just like contracted to be there. So YouTube knew that they were gonna host this event that night, so they called a bartending company and was like, can you send over some bartenders? Fine. But even still, then don't you think the people that are being hired to go should have had to sign those waivers as well, and should have been aware that people are going to be taking videos and photos? It was just, honestly, it was like the Twilight Zone. Like, I was just so confused, because I was just, on one hand, I felt really bad because the woman got so upset. In fact, I still feel bad because I have the video on my phone and you can clearly see it, and I should watch it right now. I'm not gonna show you guys. I'm not gonna show you guys because obviously she was upset. She was upset to be being filmed, and I'm gonna respect someone when they say that they don't wanna be filmed. Like, I should mention that also. I am the first person, ask any of my friends or, you know, anyone that I've gone and filmed YouTube videos with or vlogged with, like, I'm super respectful to the fact that not everyone wants to be on video, or, you know, not everyone wants to be recorded. And even when I do collaborations, I'm like, if there's anything that I say or we do while we're doing this that you're kind of uncomfortable with being on film or actually going online, let me know, I'll cut it out, no problem. Same with when I'm vlogging with like family or friends on trips that don't have social media or don't post on YouTube, or maybe just aren't used to being on video. I always say, hey, is it okay if I get a shot of you doing this? Or, hey, I'm taking a video here, it's gonna be online on YouTube for the public to see. Are you okay being in it or not? So I am very precautious about, precautious, is that a word? Let's go with it. I'm very precautious about all of that. I just didn't think I'd have to be in a space that is literally dedicated to making YouTube videos where we had to all sign waivers. It makes no sense. Like, it didn't even cross my mind that anyone in that space would not be okay with being on a video, especially considering we had to sign forms that said we are okay with that. If you know you're going to a YouTube space party, wouldn't that like make you aware that you're gonna be filmed. But then on the other hand, I'm like, you know, maybe she just had no idea. Maybe she showed up for the job and went behind the bar, and then all of a sudden she's like, what the hell, where am I? Like, I'm completely aware that there's human beings that don't, you know, use YouTube or know about YouTubers, or they're like, what the fuck is a creator? So I'm aware that that could have been a potential, in which case it's not the fault of YouTube Space, but don't you think they would have like let everyone know or gotten the staff to also sign waivers? It was just a really awkward scenario to be put in, because I felt very badly. She was like clearly very upset. Like, I wish I could show you guys this video without it totally being hypocritical of the fact that I'm saying that I do feel bad, because I do, and I want to respect people's privacy. It's just that I was put in a position where I was literally yelled at in front of an entire bar with all these creators around because I was filming in a YouTube space. That's so awkward. Like, that's so uncomfortable. And I was super lucky that everyone around was like, holy shit, that was weird. Oh my God, I've been filming all night too. Oh, I just filmed the same person mixing my drink. One person actually said that and they said nothing to me. So also maybe they just snapped. Maybe they're not used to being on video or whatever, and they have all these people pointing cameras at them all night, you know, while they're making drinks or handing out drinks, because, you know, every vlogger wants that drink shot where they're handing you the drink. And maybe she was just like fucking over it. She was like, get cameras out of my face. Hey, I get that too. But then you'd think maybe afterwards, oh, I don't know, maybe she'd be like, hey, I get it, but like, I just prefer not to be. I don't know, it was just the way it was handled. It was like so abrasive. Like, I wish I could show it to you guys. I can't, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it just to have a moment here. So there she is in the black shirt, you can see. And I clearly saw these TVs and thought, okay, there it says YouTube Space, that's cool for the vlog. I'm gonna do a quick scan of these TVs, and then I'm gonna scan the crowd behind that are all, you know, getting their drinks or whatever, mingling in the crowd. Oh my God, I just watched it back. She's literally like, I'm like, dee. She's like, excuse me, can you not film me? I'm like, oh my God. And like literally I cut her off mid-sentence because that's how quickly I stopped filming, because I was terrified. So I literally quickly like paused it and like put my phone away and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, like, I don't even honestly know if I said sorry. I hope I did, but I was in such shock that I was just like, what did I just do? Oh my God. It was uncomfortable. So anyways, that is the story of a time that I got yelled at for vlogging in a YouTube space. I'm gonna leave you guys with a video of Elena, aka Miss Fender, reenacting this woman's reaction to my videoing. But before I do, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, I post a new video every single day, and comment below and let me know if you want more story times in the future. Love you humans so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Can you please ask my permission? No, please. Yeah. Can you ask my permission before you take my photo? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we at a YouTube event? Did we have to sign waivers?